Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Dolly Parton channel. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is the show where we take you on all kinds of awesome adventures through retail, roadside attractions, and whatever. So you're either here on the Traveling Man or you're here on Urbex. But whatever it is, I stumbled upon this random alleyway with all of these murals here in downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. We're about to head over to Gay Street to check out the theater district as well as the Mast General store. So grab that popcorn and here we go. You know, I love alleyways like this because I grew up in the Detroit area where we just have tons and tons of this, you could say, artful graffiti, where the buildings are just covered with it and they're constantly changing and evolving. So it was really cool to see this in another city. And yes, please bear with me because some of my content kind of crosses over between the Traveling Man and Urbex, because like right now this is kind of like a Traveling Man episode, but we're also going to take a look at some retail, so sometimes I just don't know quite where to place the video. You know what I mean? What channel to put it on. But anyways. Good old Gay Street. You know, the very first time I ever visited Knoxville, Tennessee and saw that street name, I had to take a double take because I was like, wait, what? And then I realized that, yeah, the street was probably named way back when the word gay still meant happy, and not what it does today. But still, I laugh at it. It's funny. This street runs adjacent to the Market Square district that we took a look at in the last video. If you'd like to see that, there'll be links at the end of this video or in the description box below so that you can check it out. I highly recommend it. It's a really cool shopping district with a bunch of restaurants. And this is kind of similar, just more in a street version instead of like a square. Knoxville's Gay Street Theater District has a rich and storied history as the cultural heart of the city for over a century. Located in downtown Knoxville, Gay Street became the center of entertainment, particularly from the late 19th century through the mid-20th century. In the early 1900s, Gay Street became Knoxville's main entertainment strip. Several theaters opened along the street offering vaudeville, live performances, and silent films. Some of the most popular venues would include the Bijou Theater, which opened in 1909, one of the oldest buildings on Gay Street. The Bijou began as a vaudeville house and later hosted movies and concerts. It is known for its excellent acoustics and historical significance. Then there's the Tennessee Theater, which opened in 1928, a lavish movie palace and a prime example of the era's opulence. The Tennessee Theater showcased first-run films and stage acts. It later became a key venue for concerts and Broadway shows after its restoration. Unfortunately, time marches on, and the district would begin to decline. Post-World War II suburbanization and the rise of television led to a decline in downtown theater attendance. Many of Gay Street's entertainment venues shuttered or fell into disrepair by the late 1960s and 70s. The area suffered from urban decay, and the theater district lost much of its former glamour. Then, in the late 20th century, revitalization was spurred. This would begin in the 1980s and accelerate into the 2000s. The Tennessee Theater would undergo a major restoration and be reopened in 2005, becoming the official state theater of Tennessee. The Bijou Theater was also saved from demolition and restored, now serving as the popular live music and performance venue that it is today. Many additional galleries, studios, restaurants, and performance spaces emerged along Gay Street, turning the area into a vibrant cultural hotspot once again. Today, the Gay Street Theater District is central to Knoxville's cultural life. It hosts film festivals like the Knoxville Film Festival, concerts, touring Broadway shows, and local performances. The street itself is also a key part of events like the Big Ears Festival, which draws international attention. Hopefully, with the renewed interest and popularity of Knoxville's downtown theater district, many generations to come can enjoy this amazing piece of Knoxville's history. Welcome to the Mast General store. This cherished institution began in the rural community of Vail Circus, North Carolina, and has since become a symbol of Southern heritage and hospitality. Founded by Henry Taylor in 1883, the store started as the Taylor General Store, serving the needs of the local residents with a variety of goods. In 1897, Taylor would sell half the interest to William Wellington Mast, and by 1913, Mast would become the sole proprietor, renaming it to the Mast General Store. The store would quickly gain a reputation for carrying everything from cradles to caskets, embodying the motto, "If you can't buy it here, you don't need it." Beyond its role as a retail establishment, the Mast General Store served as a vital community center. It housed the local post office, provided an office for one of Watauga County's first doctors, and offered a gathering place for residents to exchange news and support each other, especially during challenging times like the 1940 flood. The store would remain in the Mast family until 1937, after which it changed hands and eventually closed in 1977. Recognizing its historical significance, John and Fay Cooper purchased and reopened the store in 1980, restoring it to its original charm and community role. Their efforts led to the store's inclusion on the National Register of Historic Places in 1973. Building on the success of the original location, the Coopers would expand the Mast General Store to several other historic buildings across the Southeast, including locations in Boone, Asheville, Hendersonville, and Waynesville in North Carolina, Greenville and Columbia in South Carolina, and Knoxville, Tennessee, which you're looking at here in this video. Each store would maintain the tradition of offering a wide array of goods from outdoor gear to old-fashioned candies, preserving the nostalgic experience of a classic general store. Today, the Mast General Store continues to be a beloved destination for both locals and visitors, offering a glimpse into the past while serving the needs of the present. Thanks everyone for coming along to check out downtown Knoxville's Gay Street Theater District and the Mast General store. If you'd like to see the original Mast General store location along with the Boone, North Carolina location, I have visited those in the past and filmed them. I don't think I've made videos on them yet, but I will eventually, and they'll be posted here on my channel. So to be notified about those, make sure that you're subscribed with notifications turned on, as well as become a channel member so that you don't miss out on any awesome member-exclusive content, because I may post those videos over there for members only. Our next video will be taking a look at the Foothills Mall out in the suburbs of Knoxville, Tennessee. But for now, from downtown Knoxville, I think that's going to do it, and I'll see you on the next one.